Want help to grow your business? Download Bryn, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit bryn.ai or search the App Store today.
Hello everyone once again and welcome to yet another episode of Teach Me Tech, the show where we take a look at new or complex ideas and tools online, we break them down and show you how you can implement them into your business right away. My name is Pete Quist. Howdy. This guy next to me, this is Ben Jones from Growth Studios. Ben, thanks for joining us.
G'day Pete, how are you?
Very good, thank you sir. We are talking about Instagram and Ben has so graciously agreed to come on the set with us. So we're going to go through something a little bit different today. We had our first episode in the series, which was about how to get started with Instagram. If you missed that, that's okay. We'll have a quick snapshot on what you missed out on shortly. This is the second one in the series, which is how to get more out of Instagram for business. And two quick things before we kick this thing in the backside today. First of all, follow along. These sessions are highly practical. So make sure you've got some IKEA-style furnishings nearby and you look as happy as this gentleman because you can implement what we talk about straight away into your business. And number two is ask and share. If you've got any questions, jump onto your favorite social media platform using the hashtag TeachMeTech, and you can get involved with a conversation with other viewers and fans of the show. And also Ben and I will occasionally jump in there and get involved in the conversation as well. We don't discriminate, Ben. We even suggest you can use Google Plus for that one person out there. What are we going to cover today? Well, a quick recap, as promised, of the basics of Instagram and why you should consider it for your business. Best practices for setting up your Instagram account and getting started. How to come up with a theme for your business account and why it can be a massive advantage. When you would need to use more than one Instagram account. What exactly is a hashtag and how to use them correctly. How to plan long-term and choose the best style for your account. How to plan better Instagram images that connect with your audience. Making connections with Instagram influencers, how it can leverage your business. And finally, what are the common mistakes businesses make and how to avoid them? So, let's get started. I just put that sound effect in for post-production team. Shout out to Jotham, who's a huge fan of the show. Ben, let's kick things off. A quick recap of the basics of Instagram and why you should consider it for your business. Instagram is what?
Instagram is a social platform. It's a mobile-only platform, Pete. And you know what it's all about and what people are there for is to get inspiration. And
also, it's a platform which uses the visual media more than the others. It's very photo image focused.
It is image focused, probably 98%. It's all about images and then sharing a message about those images. There's also videos that can be shared, and you know that's how it differs from Facebook and Twitter, because it's 100% on the mobile, and it's all about images.
Let me put you on the spot here for a second. Why did Facebook purchase Instagram?
I thought they just were buying a lottery ticket, really. No, they purchased Instagram. Obviously, they believe in the platform, and they see that there's a future, in images, and this concept of storytelling, Pete.
And it also snaffles up the competition, which they didn't foresee how big the competition would be, but now they own one of the leading competitors from a social media perspective.
They sure do.
Incredible. So why should we be using it in our business?
Well, why shouldn't we be is the question that I ask. We've got over 400 million users, almost 500 million users by the end of the year on Instagram. And, we've got people using Instagram and they're on there for 21 minutes a day plus. Peter, I think that's a captive audience.
I haven't heard someone call me Peter for a long time, so thank you, Benjamin.
Thanks, Peter.
It really is a captive audience, but it's also a great way to connect and build a relationship with your audience because they are already on Instagram. They request, they're going to follow you, they have to request. They're opting in to say, I want you to put your content in front of me and I want to see what that is.
That's right. And it's real time. It's in the feed.
Brilliant. So that is why we think it's a great opportunity to get started with it for your business. So let's have a look with best practices for setting up your Instagram account and getting started. There's a few things to remember. It is very straightforward, which is why we don't cover this in depth, because in the last episode we showed on the bottom right-hand corner there's a little person icon that'll take you to your profile.
That's right.
We're not here to teach you that, but we just wanted to give you some best practices with regards to what sort of information you put on your profile page and as your profile image. Take it away.
Well, why don't we just start right from the beginning, and that is thinking up a username. So, if you've got a business, try and snap up a username that's relative to your business. Or, Pete, you could choose a username that's actually relative to the niche that you're in.
Yeah, describing what you do.
That's right.
So rather than actually using your business name, you can have a username which describes what you provide. Because the problem with a lot of businesses out there is that their business name has nothing to do with the service that they provide. So if that's what you take across to Instagram and then you're trying to build your audience, you can't expect that people already know what the name of your business is. But they might know about what you do and think this is a great opportunity to
Really
connect.
good point.
Interesting. Now, also on that profile, what are we going to write in our profile?
So, once we've chosen a username, we are going to then include the name of your business, or, if you're a business person, then your name, of course. So that's really important to include that. And I always like to have a little message there in the bio, Pete, that has something about your mission. Why are you there? And what are you really trying to achieve?
And it's not a BS airy-fairy kind of mission like, gee, I hope people follow me because of this. I think the key point here is to be honest and genuine and authentic, because it's very hard to maintain a ruse or a lie over a long period of time. And you see people come and go on Instagram because they do set up their account under false pretenses, and then they basically, if they don't get found out, they find themselves out. And we see that in the media quite often, especially with some of the younger generation as well. They're trying to be someone that they're not on Instagram, and eventually they go, you know what, I can't do this anymore.
That's right. We all know that people do business with people. And, it's all about how you feel with that person, how authentic you feel that relationship is. Can you trust them? Just be authentic and be real.
Now, here's something very unique. When you set up your profile, you cannot link spam and put every link to every page and social media on there that you possibly have, can you?
You can't. You can have one link.
One link.
So make sure it's something that counts. Lots of businesses have what we call a lead magnet or a landing page or a website. Basically, it's what you want people to interact with if they come to your profile.
Yeah, and think carefully about this. But the trick is you can change that link.
You can change it any time.
Yeah, so depending on if you're running a certain campaign on Instagram, you can change the link on your profile page.
Absolutely.
And I'm still yet to see comprehensive data as to how effective a link on a profile page is, because just of the nature of the way people use Instagram. I have seen people suggest in posts, in their comments when they've placed a post, to say, hey, check our profile for the link.
That's right.
Which is probably the only really real way you can do it, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's an interesting one. So make sure when you set up your Instagram account that you spend a little bit of time getting that description right, and you also are very careful as to what link you post. But as we always say here at Teach Me Tech, the point is not to get kind of swamped with this information. It's just go out there and do something, get started. You can always change it later.
Yeah, something that we didn't talk about as well as using emojis or icons in that description. Yeah, it's very widely used, and it's okay in Instagram to use little icons or emojis. The platform doesn't see it as too cute or anything like that. Just don't fill up that whole area with emojis.
Don't overuse them.
I saw that you did that the other day, Pete, and I was a bit ashamed, actually.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about that emoji. It's been banned in 16 countries now. So we don't want to spam with emojis.
No.
What about hashtags?
Hashtags, the profile bio is not the place to put hashtags. Hashtags are used for posts. You'll get better reach out of using hashtags, but not with a profile.
I cannot wait. Hashtags is one of the topics of conversation today, and I cannot wait to get to that topic. The soapbox is being wheeled in as we speak. So how do we come up with a theme for our business account, and why can it be a massive advantage? First of all, describe, what is a theme? Is that like the colour of the background? What's a theme?
So the way I talk about a theme is really, you got to think about the topics or the niche that your business is in. So, if you're a gym that caters towards women, then there's certainly going to be brands, themes, topics that audience would be really engaged with.
So it might be best if we show some examples and then we come back and discuss this a little bit more.
Let's do that.
So let's have a look at some examples. First of all, here's one that I know you're pretty impressed with.
Yeah. So Founder Magazine. The person.
This was a young guy, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's just 20-something years old. But what he's been able to do in around about 12 months is build 394,000 followers. That's incredible. But
To continue enjoying this presentation, download Bryn, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit bryn.ai or search the App Store today.